expect for resolve, we don't get the doctor himself. So then like what we get the ambassador, Dr. Alimamy Philip Petito Koroma, when an outstanding Sierra Leonean. Plenty people will submit this particular gentleman know him in the days of the CCSL, the Council of Churches of Sierra Leone, where they lead the plenty team them when a good thing the way you do for make sure say Salon move forward. If I remember during the days them way we get that trouble. Dr. Petito Koroma here was at the helm of CCSL and he did a lot. Dr. Nami Petito Koroma, no say family don't wait for see you. I want to go directly to the interview, sir. Dr. Koroma, we see a retreat where supposed to happen at Port Local, where the youth wing of the APC organized, where plenty people in common at the diaspora, plenty people in common at the four corners of Sierra Leone for go witness. But waiting plenty people they talk like social media is it that the judiciary, they try for muscle APC as a party, because a political party, for slam them a too much severe injunction in short away, even a retreat for all and send a problem. So what if you say happen? I want to give you your take or give family your take. What happen in relation to that retreat, sir?
In the first place, I go want for great my family, listeners. I want to say thank you very much to the then and now for this opportunity when I give me again for can share thoughts, new views, perspectives on some of the issues. So I say good evening, Serenians, good evening, viewers. Secondly, I apologize for this technical challenge we encountered at the beginning of the program, but I believe it is still better late than never. So I want to thank you for our patience. It shows the amount of interest when I get at the program, and also in listening to my own perspectives on the various issues we discussed tonight. Thank you very much. Yes, come back to your question. I be huge disappointment yesterday that led even to some people shedding tears publicly because a lot of energy and resources and other things, they will not put things there in place for ensure that the retreat with the youth they organize for come together and think through a thought process and have an introspective look or view of themselves, especially with the changes that have been ushered in, etc., etc. All of that don't go to making that program what it ought to be. On to the point that there was an MOU already signed by the Southern Police and the Youth League president by Honorable Mahmoud Bangura, as to the comportment, conduct, and the do's and don'ts in the precincts of the retreat area. So that gave a lot of hope that it was meant to be. And the youths came in their numbers on Thursday. Most of them arrived on Thursday already. Some of you arrived there yesterday morning with high expectations that we will also help them in their thinking processes. Unfortunately, just about midday, we get the final word that the youth retreat was not to be. And you can just imagine the shock and disappointment and frustration we will all be get. To youth, what I wish had the clearance and I wish they were allowed to see the energy, I see the goodwill, good intention they had amongst themselves. And even we will go as big one then for give and support. We also came there, a lot of energy, a lot of expectations. Unfortunately, it don't happen. And it came from the judiciary. The police had given clearance by way of their MOU with the youth. But it came last minute from the judiciary that the injunction, the original injunction, still holds, and that when applied, this activity was seen as an activity contravening that very injunction. Unfortunately, I cannot go into the details. I don't see contents of the committee itself, but I just know that what I heard, that both PLC and the judge say the retreat cannot go on. And why it happened the last minute is something else, because it was not a secret. It was all over the place. As I said earlier, even the police had already signed an MOU. So which means people knew, even the government knew about it, the judiciary knew about it. So I wish it was a matter that we don't bring earlier for dialogue and for some other action, and not as it happened in 2020 at the nick of time, the 11th hour. Very unfortunate.
Okay, then thank you very much, Ambassador. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to read directly from Ambassador Dr. Alimamy Petito Koroma, and plenty things now in relation to that retreat. The plenty questions I don't ask, but I'm from the ambassador himself. Ambassador Koroma, I want to go back to a speech where you be make one time day where now you church. Plenty people don't ask that particular question there, where and the president go to the church where I think I be supposed to introduce them. So plenty APC members them, supporters them, and well wishers them be very angry in our social media. We get plenty comments them in relation to that particular speech, sir. You want to comment what you be trying to say, because people then say you mentioned say that party, and that was to them it seems as if it was a ridicule of the party where you belong to.
Thank you very much. In the first place, I want to extend my unreserved apology to the people who in the course of the heated debate and very intense conversation or discussion at subject day, where they get insulted, used, provoked, etc. So whoever has suffered on account of those heated debates and discussions, I want to say on my personal behalf, I'm very, very sorry for how you are affected. Secondly, I want to say to APC comrades, where the video make them believe they may go say anything derogatory about my party, the party I have for lead, and also at the same time for lavish undue praises to President Mada Bio. I want to say that you have missed the point. You don't know Alimamy Koroma well. You know me well. You will know I will never discredit my party. And thirdly, I want to throw a challenge to whoever took that video for let you produce the full, complete video. Because what you have seen now clearly an edited version, cut and paste according to the person for in purpose, intention. And when that happens, a number of things could be sent out. For instance, if you look at the video again, I invite you to do so, you will see the script or the speech, tally with the actions on the video. Different scenes, different expressions, different statements. That shows you the extent to which somebody go for just cut or just capture what you want for capture for your own purpose. Yes, now me, the church, we asked when the pastor invites President Bio, he asked me on Friday, and I knew only on Friday before Sunday that was going to happen, that I recognize President's entourage and the other people from Liberia. That calls for some kind of polite presentation. And I took my time to mention something personal to me, something personal, very personal to me. For instance, and these were two I cited. One, when I did not get Flagbearer position in 2015, I came and President was one of them. And I said this, that was the very first time ever in my life I conversation directly with President Bio, then Mr. Bio. And he called me, surprisingly, he called me. What for? To console me, to encourage me that I should be despondent. These things happened to him before, and I should continue the race for the future holds. Nobody knows. Oh my God. And sorry for that interruption. Someone like that, not to you party, not to you political, not to you party person. He do that kind thing to you. Hello?
Yeah, hello, sir. I think we missed the video now. Okay, you're back. You're back, sir.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Yes. Also, I made reference to that he extended kindness to me, that he consoled me, encouraged me. And I have a witness to that. There was one APC former member of parliament with me at the time. And I told that person, a lady, said, look, President Biya is calling to console me, to encourage me. I may not to normal friends, I will say. Then the second thing I made reference to was at the death of my wife, at a critical moment when Corona be the rain, when the year count of who should attend the funeral, 25, and so, I had tremendous and open support from the government led by President Biya. And unlike the 25 count per funeral, I had an open door. I had from the police. It was like a carnival or a rally, so to speak. So if I make those two personal experiences that I had, I have to say that I felt good that I had that kind of support. And so those are the two references that I made. And talking to my congregation, and I wish somebody knows how I address my congregation on issues and how I try to add humor. Let me say, whoever did that edited version did an injustice to me, because if I capture the end of the video, but for obvious reasons, that was the only part. So again, whoever has been attracted by that statement, that passage, and that's the end of it, I have to say, I'm sorry, but that was not the end of my statement. It went far beyond that. And if you listen to the end of it, you'll see how APC stood firm, how I presented my party, the APC, in his presence, in President Biya's presence in my church. But they will not present it that way. It's not be shown. Rather, part of it that shows he's a caring man was what was shown. And also that part today, please, I will never speak of the APC in derogatory terms, not in public for that matter, not in the presence of the opposition party members. So I'm sorry for the misconception, but again, we all the land. So thank you, my fellow comrades, that you took an interest. That shows that you are watching this man called Alimamy Koroma. So maybe from henceforth, I have to be more careful in where I go and what I say, because I know people have great interest in me, and therefore they want to ensure that I'm always on the right track. So I pray that we can now put it behind us and move forward, especially in these challenging moments of the party and in our times.
Okay, thank you very much, Doctor. I think I don't know if you get that device where they near you. It echo of put up or for something, because the echo where they talk, sir.
Okay.
Okay, then thank you, sir.
Okay.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say plenty, thank you. As when they see, we get the Honorable Doctor now with me today, Ambassador Dr. Alimamy Petito Koroma, and we don't begin to talk about the critical issues where plenty of them don't they ask, as when they put the questions, then when they post then question to the doctor, and then it's been very, very candid, straightforward, brutally honest for response to them, and we appreciate them greatly, because now that we want, that the conversation while it continue, there are many things, and because of not they talk about them, there are always going to be misconceptions. But we at this platform, we make sure we talk about them, and people they read them, and we're able to move things forward, which is very important going forward. Doctor, one other thing again where they happen in our country is that people they say governments they give you so many informations them where people not get, and not they say na lie, but then they say I'm saying not to straightforward information them. And one of them will be there on social media recently, where more than plenty people them, is that the president say, if you get one pikin a salon, per year, because of this free education, you don't bring come, you will save $500 United States dollars. That means if you get two pikin when they go school, because of the free education, you will save $1,000. If you get 4 pikin, they save $2,000. That's not per year. But we don't ask plenty people them in Sierra Leone. They say this, they don't even understand what the president try for say. But we don't see even the press secretary say don't go on radio, don't go double for this particular statement saying that true. People they say $500 for one picking partner school. You know a key stakeholder in a society. You say get fambule, you get picking them, you get plenty of people the way they have for school business. Is this a statement of fact, sir?
Well, you just said it all. That is not to me on experience. At the pace, school fees, university fees, for many relatives, for many friends, for many needy friends, and I am not saving $500 per child. In fact, now with free quality education, the cost just don't go up. Now I tell you, for secondary school, you will need between 2 billion and $2.5 million. So what are we talking about? Saving $500 a child? I don't know where those this. I don't know who side them they go to school and go. Who's the school? That is not whether that increase charge. Because I appreciate the announcement, I appreciate the government, but to say that all that rose that parents is the moment because of I don't subscribe to. No, I don't subscribe to that.
Okay, go on, side. Hear me, sir.
I get yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, sir. I think we'll get some small technical challenges there, but yes, that is fine. Now we're back. I think. Yeah, you get me now, sir?
I get yes.
Okay, that is fine. That is fine. Thank you very much once more again. And ladies and gentlemen, today we get Ambassador Dr. Alimamy Petito Koroma, where they at the platform, where they talk about the issues that we have very important issues where most of we na social media they talk about, the vex boards, they talk all kind of arguments we don't see. We don't hear it. Doctor, the bread and butter issue in our country. Now a perennial issue, but plenty political analysts them, social media commentators them, say what we see now in our country is unprecedented. Rest now some side, some people tell say as far as Colonna, nearly 450,000 bag for 150 kilo bag of rice. And this, if we get the quotation correct, now over 200% increase in basic commodity in just in the last 3 years. And so many other things in the country where they go on in terms of employment, where work not there at all, young man, where they come on, and youth when they come on university, colleges, they work not there at all. So many other challenges where the people they face like today. So this bread and butter issue has always been very important. What thing are you take, sir, in relation to this bread and butter issue right now, compared to yesterday, the previous administration where you be served?
Let me just correct you. The rice not go, not double. In 3 years, the price of rice is triple. The price of a bag of 50 kilograms now being 120,000 leons in 2018. Today is between 350 and 400, and in some cases, based on the type of rice, is 450. So you don't go threefold in 3 years. And the bread, they don't right size them and undersize them, to a point that even the bakers were on strike 2 weeks ago, because even when they said that they cut down the size of bread, you can imagine a baby, I would say, can finish go down 1,000 loaf of bread, because it's so kinkini, it's so small. So that's just to just tell you how things they go. Pamai, basic pamai now is 250,000 leons for that five gallon rubber. Pepper can up to 8,000 leons. And me now do some catering as well. It's not really take care of the home affairs. So I know these things to my fingertips, So just take it for say that the price of essential commodities, rice, food, rice, fish, pamai, pepper, everything, wood, charcoal, don't go up. Transportation, don't go up. Fuel in 6 months, they raise, then change prices 3 times. Again, unprecedented. It's like trial and error. Because if in 6 months, the price of fuel will come, or even less, it can change 3 times from 8,000 to 8,500 to 9,000, now to 10,000 euros. I mean, it just adds the burden. It adds on to the hardship of everyone, including myself, not just the ordinary man. Everybody is so affected on this. So the bread and butter issue, let's find another solution. This government has not been able to offer a solution to the bread and butter situation.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Alimamy Petito Koroma. Ladies and gentlemen, we get a good doctor today on the platform where they help you for understanding critical things that already happen in our country. And it's also very important that we keep for the talk about the issues there because they are very important and the people in the salon will all need for know what they go on. Dr. Alimamy Petito Koroma, I want to come back to your own ambition because like I say, we have been introduced you now be former Flagbearer aspirants now the 2018 presidential elections and also a current Flagbearer aspirant for the upcoming 2023 general and presidential elections under the APC party. What are your assessment of your campaign so far? What are you, where you see campaign going? And what are your hopes and, you know, strategies or whatever you get for do in terms of, for say, yes, steady party, because these people know say the APC party get for votes for choose and Flagbearer aspirant candidates. What are your hopes in relation to your campaign so far, sir?
Well, I don't know what the definition of campaign. If campaign, I forget waka waka na street for attend occasions, whether it is a funeral or it's a wedding or some activities or for prayer and pray there, well, I would say that has not been on top of my agenda. But for me, campaign means voting I don't do before now. I don't campaign before declaring my intention. And you know my history, talk about my history. That's part of my campaign. I don't serve at this country and people don't appreciate, people don't see the work where I do. They are able to place me in terms of strong leadership. They're able to place me in terms of integrity. They're able to place me in terms of understanding of their issues. They're able to place me in terms of listening to their situations. They're able to place me in terms of helping to solve their problems. And they are able to place me in terms of my humility, approachability. That has been part of my campaign, and not to 2 years campaign, not to a campaign between 2018 and now. Is a campaign that has always been there. And that's for me what I feel say, people then will focus on more and not the worker, the visitations. Yes, we'll get to come to that stage there. But you know, I decided to deliberately have a cool enough period. But the time don't come. The time don't come for use both that track record, that history of mine, and that credit of mine, and the public show. So very soon, Brother Med, when I will see AP Koroma in public, when I will see me in public. And so when you are combined, and also when I check the account, the bank account on the things I just mentioned, I will say it is very positive. It's a healthy account. It's a healthy account. And when I go out, you will see it being manifested because the topography, the tempo will change. The landscape will change considerably. Wait until Alimamy hits the road and you will come to say that I said it. So if you ask about my chances, I've always been positive that I've served and I've served well my people and my country. And it's left to them to pay me and to pay me well. And me believe say, Salonians are not blind. Me believe say, they are not ungrateful. Me believe say, they know the right man for the right job. And I'm qualified to serve them further in that capacity. And
okay,
therefore, my chances are very, very high.
Okay, thank you very much, Doctor, once more again. And ladies and gentlemen, today we got the good doctor, Dr. Alimamy Petito Koroma on the platform. And we don't talk about so many other issues there, but we get some other few issues there more now. We don't post to we, or they post to the good doctor. And again, now one of the people in way now we continue will say yes, we take out and go get people in the camp now the country because it's done a lot. It's done a lot in terms of moving Salon forward, in terms of in your community, from help moving community forward. It's done a lot, and we appreciate and greatly because of that. Dr. Koroma, the APC party we just don't conclude the emergency delegate conference where they don't go adopt the constitution. You as a key stakeholder and also a potential flag bearer aspirant, what did you take now the new adopted constitution, although it not go through the gazetting process yet. The team name and the constitution, are you very pleased with the whole process, so on and so forth? What thing you take generally for that emergency delegate conferences, sir?
And Brother Med and listeners and viewers, you know, when you work on a document, don't expect perfection. Therefore, it can never be the perfect document that I want it to be or you want it to be. But in democracy, we arrive at consensus and agree at some point. And that's exactly what did happen in the case of the Constitution. And being a member of NAC, I know say the draft, it go through a long, long process. From the CRC, our Constitutional Review Committee, to subcommittees, to NAC, back and forth, negotiated with NRM of old, and the party. So to speak, it went through due process. And we had the opportunity last month in September, for presenter to the general membership of the party. They have come with their own views. There were some changes here and there. But that is what is democracy, because we get to listen to the views of everyone and meet each other halfway. And that's what happened. So it's not a matter of whether me get any personal dislike or disaffection of some clauses, but it's a matter of the process where the entire party don't say, this is what we want. So I'm making for adjust myself and work within the provisions of the current draft of the current constitution. We now get to go through PPRC gazetting procedures. And of course, as a matter of law, if anybody still feels he holds a strong view about certain parts of this new constitution where not conform with the national constitution and other issues, that person will get the opportunity once again for filing or for raising objection. But for me personally, I feel satisfied that the constitution don't go through a process, and when myself take part in, I don't go through the process wherein the overall body, the General Assembly of the party, don't go say that this will amend and will maintain this. To a large extent, the constitution was maintained as presented, except for a few areas where they changed. So we all have to work towards adjusting ourselves towards the new constitution. And let's give it a try. Let us give it a try. And let's see our experience, what comes out of it as our experience. And if need be, for revisit certain parts of it, we will do so. It's not cast on iron. It's not cast on iron. So I will offer appeal and encourage other people where not feel satisfied that the 100% needs have not been met. No, that's not life. Life will learn to give and take. So with the product I have as a constitution, and I look forward to its enactment after the gazetting process, and we will work within that.
Okay, thank you very much, Doctor, once more again. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll get Dr. Alimamy Petito Koroma at the show today. And I want to say, next Saturday, inside Salon, this same program, the same time, 8 p.m., go bring out the president of the Youth League of the APC party by Mahmoud Bangu, Assessor, go there with me next Saturday, the same time, at this particular platform. So I'm gonna watch out for that particular program as well. It's going to be very interesting. We'll talk about some of the NTSO and many more other things that we're going to talk about as well. Dr. Koroma, one other thing is that that particular process, when they don't go adopt that new constitution, we see one other the other person when I be APC, well, not to be APC at the moment, but as somebody when I say you want to come back na APC, when I be the former vice president, Alhaji Chief Sam Sumana in support of them, feel aggrieved because they say the constitution gets some clause that way say you can forget 5-year continuous membership, paid up membership for become a flag bearer aspirant. And by virtue of the fact that if they be expel him from the party, although recently NAC be done approve and back for camp pending and a complete approval by the National Delegates Conference. So those people are aggrieved, and when they see even there's a by-election going on in Kono, We see even they've got an independent candidate, although, you know, and people are confused saying, well, if this person won't come back, is it like a ransom of something? Say, oh no, why they come back? Pass a big Flagbearer candidate, or what is you take on that? Or do you want to comment anything in relation to that, sir?
Well, now I just say just no. The constitution is not made for me. The constitution is made for the party, and there are certain units. There are certain. You get me?
I get you, sir. Yes, if you don't go, or they get you. Go ahead, sir.
So, but I'll continue. Well, on the can only come on again.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
The constitution they don't become for suit me on personal convenience or anybody in personal convenience, and it's unfortunate that it affects some people adversely, including, as you suggest, Chief Samuel Sumana. But at the same time, for me as a party in opposition, I did look forward to us harvesting more people and bringing more people on board who will ensure with victory. And whatever that we can do within our constitutional mandate for make that happen, I will say I will encourage the party for do, because it is not a secret that the party needs Kono district, and Sam Sumana now one such key player na the party and the country, where if any party get them, that party will most benefit from the votes of Kono district. And so yes, the elements when I talk about in terms of the clause, I'm not saying that for in one, now a general provision, you know, but I'm not going to argue back on the constitution. We're past that stage. We don't pass that stage of defending the draft constitution. It is now law that we have to work within. And we just make the effort that we need to make and ensure that we get as many more members as possible for put up a big challenge and front to the current government of the SLPP. Yes, I know that a number of people are disgruntled, are dissatisfied with certain elements, not just the 5-year provision, but other elements too. Unfortunately, this is what the party has decided. So we should love the party. If we love the party, we go appeal to it all that the party's interests will go above our personal interests. And that's where I would like to appeal to everyone that loves the APC. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. Today, you may see it as a disadvantage. Tomorrow, it may work in someone's favor, and it may well be the person to come at the helm of affairs. So if today not suit you, and therefore you choose for turn your back against the party, you may be doing yourself a disservice. So I appeal to everyone who is so affected by such a clause or any other clause in the new constitution, please don't give up. Please don't abandon the APC. Maybe if you ask me, you still get certain areas where I'm not being elect. But believe me, I'm not going to sit down. I'm not going to turn my back against the party. I will continue for day within the party and serve, because there are many other things that I can do for the party. There are many other positions that I can hold in the party. And so, once you got back from me, I will must get up. So that's the appeal I would like to make to everyone, not turn your back against the party, but let be patient. You don't know what God will do. God is full of wonders. And so those wonders maybe are yet to come, and they will come someday. I know some million wonders will come someday, and very soon, my brother. So that's the appeal I would like to make to whoever is so affected by certain clauses of the new constitution.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Alimamy Petito Koroma. Doctor, I just want to go straight to this question again, because just recently we see a hotly contested election in Koinadugu district for the district chairman, where APC emerges victorious. But plenty people in the world say, whoa, this is not just district chairman. Look the kind violence, look the kind tension what we see on them. And look, even for that, not them votes, now the district and the noble person and kind of fit on. And people also see plenty discrepancies them. When they say even some NAC officials them, then change number them. Openly where the people they represent, the main opposition APC party be able to point out clearly, even the other councillor will say the good in SPP party win. There is also contested waiting and call going forward. So plenty Sierra Leoneans are worried. Say, would we be able to get a free and fair election come 2023? Then also, then go able to count on the APC party for make sure, say, in case the people them say, now APC party will able to win, would the APC party will able to stand strong, make sure, say, they able to defend them votes and the outcome, what the people they want happen. What do you say towards that, sir?
What thing happen? Two main. One, now commitment on the part of the people that they resolve, and on the part of the vision. People of God, where they shouldn't.
Doctor, they get small problem with your line. I don't know whether it's the other phone they use or.
Yes, the time will get two of them. Please.
They don't show me. It's still.
Yeah, they get you, but they have to put the other phone off, sir, so that the one they use them and for they on, so the other not go echo.
Okay. Okay. Let me say this. Interruption. The show is. Is that off?
Yeah, hello, sir. We still get the sound problem.
People of God,
and the party shows. Doctor, when they still they get you, they get some background problem, sir.
Hello, you got me?
Yes, it's getting much better now. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I'm sorry for this. The people of sorry for this. Hello?
Yeah, hello, sir. I don't know if I one device they use on our two devices, because the other one they give problems, sir.
At the type of Dara to one. Are you getting me now? Hello?
Yeah, hello, sir. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yes. Konedugu that plan. Sorry. Oh my God. Konedugu show commitment and the parties show vigilance. Because it was only vigilance, through vigilance, that we were able to detect the attempts to fraud. Because our team was there at the talent center, but prior to that, we pull in agents, and they stood firm and ensured that our votes were protected against all odds, against all forms of intimidation, harassment, etc., etc. That is what we need to continue to show. If we continue to show that resolve, that commitment day, that we want to bring the APC back to power, that's the first thing we need to decide. Can I just set the example there? Then two, we police, we ballot, we ensure that our ballots are protected countrywide. Then we'll try, but we say we'll stand firm against that. And thirdly, now that we know that there's another level of fraud, when at the tallying, we say we'll step up our vigilance for ensure that we check every figure that is inputted into the data, because that's where they become as the last attempt for commit fraud, wherein figures were being interchanged and figures were changed from 69 to 169 in favor of SPP, from 49 to 149 lot of magic. Now, we own APC people and through their vigilance, they pick them up. So I will always say that yes, there'll be all these kind of attempts by the ruling party, the government, for rig. But if we say type or just tight one, they go find it difficult for success. I'm not saying not possible, but it will be highly minimized because just you could find you ready for ensure say that the right thing and only the right thing is done. So with that, I believe say we will get what we deserve in 2023.
Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Today we get Ambassador Dr. Alimamy Petito Koroma. We don't respond to most of the questions we don't put across. We don't post to some of the questions them plenty. Some of them not going to put all because they're plenty, but we choose among some of the suggestion them, the question when I sent to we don't pose them to the doctor. And we're very grateful that taking time off in busy schedule for talk to we and respond to so many numerous questions. And again, we appreciate them greatly in this platform. I want to remind you about say next Saturday, the same time, 8 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. Salon time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, will they get the president of the National Youth League of the APC party by Mahmoud Bangwa go there with me na the platform. Then again, tomorrow, there's another program where we can look at governance, expenditures, and so on and so forth. So now the platform this so now for always keep tuning to Saturday, Sunday, Monday programs because what to do now the hub of the conversation. We get plenty things for talk about in relation to the country, in how for all the politicians are accountable. Doctor, you know what come and left this platform and not mention the flagship policy of this current administration when at the fight against corruption. According to the perception of many Sierra Leoneans now, is that this current administration is the most corrupt administration where we don't ever get as governance in Sierra Leone. What do you say towards that, sir?
Well, you said the vast majority have said so already. So I am part of that vast majority that have said so. Yes, we see a number of things worse than they may ever imagine or they ever talk about. And in your earlier statements, in your opening remarks, you highlight some of them. Things come and go and nobody is accountable. And you can go on to name the things that don't go wrong. And there are times when even with the bare facts, no attempt or effort is made to unearth these things. So I subscribe very much to that view. And when you talk about the vast majority don't perceive them, I am part of that vast majority. But let me also register my personal opinion on that. I subscribe to it.
Okay, thank you very much, Doctor. And with the time for Doctor, ladies and gentlemen, Doctor, a very busy man. We don't take time off in busy schedule for make sure say he can respond. He talk to him people in the diaspora as well as people in Sierra Leone. And right now the platform, we don't get plenty comments. We get people as far as Australia, Europe, Middle East, the America, as well as Africa, where they respond, where they give their young comments. And we appreciate all the comments. You know, one thing is, well, we always not get for agree one side, but we will for agree for disagree peacefully. What will they do on this platform? So I appreciate everybody on this platform because of that. Because we are not say what to TINAP so far now for move with country go forward. Make sure say Salon TINAP as one of the countries in the 21st century where the world says the international community go recognize say yes, these people in the country don't ready for move forward. So despite the challenges so they face, so right now we go resolve them and things will be amended. Things will be amended and things will be much better, ladies and gentlemen. So we appreciate greatly constant support and perseverance for make sure say the conversation continue at the hub of the conversation when at the Den and Now Media Empire, where they broadcast live on Facebook. I want to urge you as well say with YouTube, we go there and subscribe, we go to see all we video them. We don't do hundreds of interview. We don't talk to so many key stakeholders in that country, in the diaspora, and so many people and plenty analysis where some of them they don't really can't to pass because of the entire they talk about. So people them don't talk 2-3 years back. say this direction we'll see this new administration they take in order for be good and what to go for see now they see. So that is what people say they predicted most of this wire so and now they have been vindicated because they see waiting and be tell when I'm going to see so they like today. And again, we at this platform want to tell the doctor thank you plenty as we refer for roundup. Doctor, what's that your message to APC people who listen you today, supporters and well-wishers and Sierra Leoneans in general, that if you get the opportunity for become the flag bearer of the APC party and able to win the 2023 presidential election, what's that the thing the way they think about for, I mean, resolve these so many numerous problems then where the country they face right now, sir?
Thank you very much for this question. My message first to me APC people them. Let's unite. Let peace reign. Let commitment be the order of the day. Let togetherness be our practice. Let not marginalize anybody. Let we recognize all man for your own talent for what he able to contribute. Because the last woman, the last man in vote, it counts, it matters. So regardless of status, whether it's education, whether it's power, whether it's money, we need each other in the APC. Let we do things the right way, and let we do the right things as well. Let we bring together and not tear apart. And I appeal to the one them, who they hire and the one they wouldn't hire for cause trouble, like the party. Cause trouble by way of insults, obscene language, mammy cause. Camps here and there. All of these will not help the APC. So I want to appeal to you all, including me, for dismantle all the structures and they who don't pin, would they set the party apart, would they divide we. So that's the appeal I would like to make, that we all come together and work together as a team with a clear vision, a clear roadmap. Because when we do so, we see light at the end of the tunnel. Now, in terms of what I will do for address the issues, I will start with my party. The commodity that APC needs most now is peace. Now, peace APC did now. And I want to assure when I say, me will continue to stand for peace and work for peace. I know that there are structures already formed where don't make every effort for bring about peace. I will continue to mobilize their structures and they bring them together. We get Flanet here. We get former members of parliament here. We get NOAS here and there. They've met with us. Various groups. What we need that to harness, we need that to come together, to bring these groups together. And me, they suggest, normally they can say bottom-top approach. Me, this time I go for try the top-bottom approach. Because I first say the APC problem is not a top. If we're able to fix the top, the bottom, I'm sure, will fall in line, will fall in place. So maybe for once, I want to change the order of development, the bottom-top approach to top-bottom approach, because time is not on our side. And the top, now small people in it, now few people in it. If we come together at the top, we will sort out the middle and the bottom. Peace within the APC, togetherness within the APC, working straight within the APC. Now we have a constitution, nothing to fear. Now we talk about the performance of the government. There are so many issues that need to be addressed. We talk of the economy, we talk of education, we talk of health, we talk about the woman, the children, children's welfare. All of these are areas. It's a mammoth task. But you know what? I will not be working in isolation. I will have a team that will work with me. Now we begin to talk as someone who is likely to be the flag bearer and who is likely to be the president of Sierra Leone. That will get a combination, a team of technocrats and politicians. And it doesn't mean that politicians cannot be technocrats in their own rights. women, strong women, powerful women and men, young people and old people, home-based and the diaspora, because we all get what you bring at the table. So when you have such a team, multifaceted team for help address the problems of Sierra Leone, and you are a listening leader, a listening flag bearer, a listening president, who will get a clear vision, you're able to pull from the strengths of all of this, and that will give come bear on the programs we are going to use for address the problems, the chronic problems, including corruption, including the economy, including education, including unemployment, including agriculture, that we have to import so much food, rice, our staple, from outside. So when you have all of this, this mosaic of expertise, and committed people, because to have the expertise is one thing, but if the persons are not committed to Sierra Leone and to the people of Sierra Leone, you also will not get the desired effects. So my strategy will be to draw on the experience and expertise of this combination of people for ensure that Sierra Leone gains from their services. We will be servants of the people and not their masters. So with that approach, I believe we'll also get dialogue. We'll be part of the people's problems and issues and their solutions too. Then because we are together with them in their thoughts and in their daily living, I'm sure together with them and together with my team, we will find workable solutions to the problems that confront our party, my party, the APC. One of them, major one, is peace, lack of unity, divisions, and then on the wider side as a country, the things that I've just mentioned, the economy, corruption, education, food, health, agriculture, unemployment, and so on and so forth. I am already aware of all of these because I have lived through them. I have lived through all of these issues. So when you get somebody who is already au fait with the situation on the ground, with the issues, that don't already put you on the right footing already. It's a matter of mobilizing the engine, getting the engine started with the right drivers, who is me, and the correct passengers, who will be my team. And then the vehicle will move, and I'll get an engineer for service the engine from time to time. That will be my strategy.
Okay, thank you very much for that holistic approach to governance. I believe, say, the APC people, where they watch this program, and the thousands of people who for subsequently watch the program, sympathize as well, which as members of the APC will be the judge, and hopefully, I believe, say, the APC gets so many good people, in the end, they will make the right choice. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, we come to the end of this particular program now, as we don't take the doctor quite a lot of in time, and other people are serving in the background, we join in the background, and they talk, we appreciate them greatly, and probably, I think one of them even raised their hand up, will give them a minute for making say a word or two in relation to what we don't discuss now so today. So I don't know if that person they hear me. They can say a word or two to what we don't discuss now today. It will be welcome. And we want again repeat on say next Saturday we will go by Mahmoud, the president of the APC Youth League. We go come on the platform again. We will come talk about some of these issues, some of the issues them where we don't cover today. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, I want to tell you again once more, thank you plenty. And I want to tell the good doctor, Dr. Alimamy Petito. Thank you plenty. Somebody in the background where you get a word for say a minute or so for say something in relation to what we don't discuss as we try for round up.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, go ahead. Would hear you, go ahead.
I would like for acknowledge His Honorable Petito Koroma for a wonderful talk where he just submit to people in Sierra Leone and the entire world. And you, Supermed, for where you able to acknowledge him as one party flag bearer aspirant for the APC party come 2023. And this, I want to tell you, say, this platform, no say yes, you not just see those someone set up but it's set up for say people that want to minded people that will get for lead this party so for 2023 election, automatically Honorable Petito Koroma now one part the most people the way we think say yes, he go able for lead this party so in the right way, where people and they expect them. And therefore, I want to tell you, say, now the right man is able for communicate with so today, of course, certain thing and day, where he explained, what Mr. be even doubt, are so surprised because of the statements where he be making a church. Because I always can tell people and say, this man, now church, it's happy talk. I don't think say if not bad, if they acknowledge somebody for what he don't do for him. But, you know, politics in Africa, if still like this, they happen, and we'll get another way where we turn them around. Of course, instead today, they don't talk, they don't tell me, I'm sure the whole world will know says what's in it been said. Now, out of in your own side, because you don't talk about the political party, it talk for acknowledge what the demand don't do for him. And I'm not saying instead don't clear the waves today, and he even talk say, whosoever don't go offended over this, he say, well, now he go in don't apologize. And I just try for make people and get for no say, especially in supporters them, in well wishers them, the one who they rally behind them, and the entire world for no say. This man finally don't make today we able for understand exactly what thing he been talk now in church and make people that know say yes, he been come out of his heart because now God in your host he been there. Nobody know the way go team up now God in your host. And the first gentleman in your republic, he go begin to talk bad about him. He get for acknowledge him. It is a protocol where we all know. Let we not just make like I say, we not understand. So if you're able to acknowledge the first gentleman, of course, because they know say yes, himself now somebody who don't serve the country, let we know say yes. Now so the protocol call for, and it's map now go to your host, who say for be going lie, people that for be still twist them around say, this man here, so it's map now go to your host. Then they can't talk against the first gentleman, you know, will go down well. So I so appreciate them where he clear that air there, and where he get for talk say, well, he apologize. Whosoever don't go offended over within he been said. Supermed, I really recommend this. You platform where you stage today. Of course, this man, he don't say what me want for see him, what me want for hear about him. So today where I don't get the moment for join this, you Zoom. I so appreciate him, and I go ensure say yes, I go do the following up. Like how you say, you get for the invite some APC stakeholders them for let themselves go able for talk. So waiting at the aspiration and how the trend they go in politics in this nation. So I really commend you and appreciate you for the wonderful deeds them and the other things them we don't set up for CCS APC get for come back to power come 2023. Thank you, my brother.
Okay, then thank you very much, my brother. And what's your name, please?
Come again.
Okay, then thank you. The brother don't summarize most of what we don't talk now. Say what the doctor don't talk, and a solid submission. We I believe say plenty of viewers themselves go understand what you say. And again, on behalf of the Then and Now Media Empire, we tomorrow the CEO and founder, Mr. Prince Emil Koroma, go there and they have a look at expenses them where they go on our country in terms of government business. So that will be the topic. So at the original, please, when I keep that dial, Mr. Prince Emil Koroma go there. Then next Saturday, we will get by Mahmoud as well na the platform. This same time, 8 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. Salon time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. So ladies and gentlemen, already on left for I tell you now, is that I tell you thank you plenty for una constant support to this particular platform. And I tell you thank you plenty for the conversation they keep going. Because what you do, me and you now we responsibility for make sure say the conversation continue, for make sure say we serve as checks and balances to the government them. It is no more time for we for fall and fall foot and watch people them, they suffer we for raise a voice, for talk, or for many politicians they know say yes, we watch them. They call they watching now. So one. When they see what's going on now, we can't get next year. Nobody say any of we glad because it's suffering past mark. So we now we continue. Politics, it get ramifications. That time when they say me no mix for politics, it don't pass. Because what you do, where you gonna mark it? You say, hey, this thing there, na politics. Hey, me picking not get bench na school, na politics. Hey, this hospital not get medicine, na politics. So we all life encompass with politics. So for say me no mix for politics, with the kid we say, we all mix for politics. Politics responsible for waiting to happen in our life, waiting to happen in our community, waiting to happen to our people. So for make sure say we all mix for politics and all the politicians are accountable and bring come people when are good people for lead we. Because that's the only way that one day we will move the nation forward. And for that we move the nation forward, now me and you responsibility. Nobody will not to Sierra Leone no go come and move the nation forward for we. Now me and you get for do that job. So on that note, I want to all thank you. And on behalf of this platform, I want to tell Ambassador Dr. Alimamy Petito Koroma, plenty thank you. Well, thank you very much. God bless you all, and God bless your beloved country, Sierra Leone.